Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome back to Thinking of Krishna. My name is Devesani Radhika Dasi, and today we will continue reading from Sri Caitanya Mangala, Chapter 5, More Pastimes of Youth. Ganga Devi's love for Gauranga. Now everyone, please listen to another day of the Lord's pastimes. During the enchanting evening atmosphere, Vishrambar and his friends went to take darshan of the Ganges River. On both sides of the river, many brahmanas and saintly persons offered respects and prayers to Ganga Devi. Ladies carried pots of Ganges water. Many different pandits, with names like Mishra, Acharya, and Bhatta, stood by admiring the pure and beautiful Ganges River. Both the young and old were worshipping the Ganges with fruits, flowers, and sandalwood pulp. Due to uncontrolled love for Vishrambar, the Ganges rushed rapidly, spilling over her banks in order to gently touch the body of the Lord. People wondered why the Ganges seemed much more beautiful today. Although she's usually calm and quiet, why was she now loudly roaring and surging with waves? There was no storm brewing, yet why was she flooding her banks? Standing on her bank was one Brahmana who was most devoted to her. By the mercy of Ganga Devi, his heart was pure, so he could see the past, present, and future. Seeing the Ganges swirling in ecstasy, he got excited and wondered why this was happening. Nearby, Vishrambar stood on the banks of the Ganges and gazed at her with love and devotion. Due to horripilation, his body expanded in size and his reddish eyes filled with tears of compassion. The Brahmanas understood that he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They could see that Vishrambar was overcome with love for Ganga Devi. Knowing Ganga's heart, the Lord walked forward to touch her. Ganga's desire was not fulfilled, so she splashed her waves across the lotus feet of the Lord. In extreme ecstasy, Gauranga chanted, "Hari Bol!" and then offered his lap to his favorite one. Out of love, Gauranga keeps Ganga Devi in his heart. In the shape of hundreds of streams, Ganga's tears of love flowed toward the ocean. Her pure waters flowed from each hair on Gauranga's body, but the people call it perspiration. In this way, the ocean of love overflows. In all directions, the people were blissfully chanting, "Hari! Hari!" The whole town of Nadia became astounded to witness this pastime. They became convinced that Vishrambar was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Brahmana devotee who had watched Vishrambar's pastimes with Ganga Devi fell at the Lord's feet. Crying, the Brahmana said, "Finally, after a long time, the Ganges has bestowed her mercy upon me. Ganga Devi allowed me to realize the true identity of Mahaprabhu, who is beyond the reach of the greatest yogis and sages." Overwhelmed with love, the Brahmana cried and rolled on the ground. On seeing him absorbed in love, Lord Gauranga returned home. Then the Brahmana explained why the Ganges River overflowed her banks that day. He said, "Once upon a time, Lord Shiva was ecstatically singing the glories of Lord Krishna. Narada Muni and Ganesh accompanied him, playing veena and mridanga respectively. Due to spiritual euphoria, their bodies erupted in goosebumps from head to toe. The harmonious spiritual vibration of their concert pierced the coverings of the universe. Being attracted, the Lord went to see them. The Lord said, 'O Mahesh,' Shiva, 'don't sing my glories in this way. You don't realize its effect. Your music and singing causes my body to melt.' Smiling, Mahesh said, 'Let me see the mystical effect of my song.' Then Lord Shiva sang even more vigorously, filling up the universe with his song. Suddenly, the Lord's body gradually melted. Seeing this, Mahesh became terrified. He stopped singing and the Lord stopped melting. The water which came from the melting of the Lord's body was actually liquid Brahman, and it was full of compassion. Everyone says that this water, which is the embodiment of Janardhan, is a place of pilgrimage. Lord Brahma preserved this precious water, the rarest thing in the material world, in his Kamandalu water pot. To favor his devotee Bali Maharaj, the Lord again manifested himself. Appearing before King Bali in his dwarf form of Vamanadev, the Lord begged 3 steps of land. Vamana's first step covered the earth planet. His second step crossed the universe. The final step he put on Bali's head. Just listen to the unlimited glories of Tripad, Vamana, whose mercy blessed the three worlds. The water flowing from the nails of the Lord's lotus feet inundated the universe. Lord Brahma lovingly worshipped the Lord's lotus feet. He honored that water by pouring it over his head. People call the Ganges Tripada Sambhava, seeing that she came from the lotus feet of Tripad, Lord Vamanadev. Now that same wonderful Lord has appeared before us as Mahaprabhu Vishrambar. Let us relish his darshan. On seeing Mahaprabhu, Ganga Devi remembered this pastime and out of love overflowed her banks. As Vishrambar lovingly gazed at her, Ganga Devi saw that the Lord's body was sweeter than nectar. Then, on the pretext of making waves, she tenderly caressed the Lord's lotus feet. Since Ganga Devi expressed her feelings to me, I could explain this. Everyone rejoiced over hearing this beautiful story. Thus, Lochan Das happily sings the glories of Gauranga. Vishrambar conquers East Bengal. In this way, Vishrambar spent his time joking and playing with his friends. Suddenly, one day he thought, I should visit East Bengal for the benefit of the people there. People say that that country is a rejected place since the Pandavas did not stay there. The Ganges River flowing in East Bengal is called the Padmavati. By my touch, I will bless that river and make the Padmavati known to all. Thinking like this, the Lord told Sachimata, Mother, I must travel outside to earn wealth. Gauranga collected some of his eternal associates and began his journey. Sachimata felt disturbed over the impending separation from her beloved son. Sachimata said, My darling son, I have one request. You want to go to a distant country for earning money, but without you, how will I live? A fish can't live without water. Similarly, I can't survive without you. If I can't see your beautiful moon-like face, I will surely die. Gaurasundar spoke some comforting words. Mother, don't be apprehensive. I will come back right away. He told Lakshmi Devi, Please take care of mother and serve her nicely. Ignoring Sachimata's lamentation, the Lord left home. Whoever saw Vishrambar during his journey would become overwhelmed by his transcendental beauty. One person said, I want to look at him all day and night. The village women felt themselves blessed to have his darshan. They wondered who was that fortunate lady that bore this son. They had never before seen such an attractive person. Who was that most fortunate girl who worshipped Hara and Gauri, Shiva and Parvati, and got him as her husband? His aura shines like fresh gold, and his strongly built body threatens Mount Sumeru. A pure white Brahman thread hangs from his lion-like shoulder. His charming beauty wins the hearts of the ladies. One lady, versed in Krishna Rasa Tattva, analyzed Gaura's appearance and said, His big, beautiful eyes defeat the beauty of a lotus flower. His glances are even more beautiful. Gaura's features remind me of Sri Radha Vallabha, Krishna, the beloved of Radha. His golden complexion matches Sri Radha's. When Gauranga's feet touched her, the Padmavati river became thrilled in ecstasy, just like the Ganges. Lush green trees line both sides of the beautiful Padmavati river, which shelters many fish, turtles, and crocodiles. Sages and brahmanas sit serenely on her banks. Many people enjoy bathing in her waters. By the divine touch of Vishrambar, the Padmavati became pure. Anyone who bathes here without offending the Vaishnavas will get free from his sins and attain Prema Bhakti. The residents along the banks of the Padmavati were grateful to their eyes for giving them the darshan of Gaurachandra. Everyone in that country became devotees of Lord Gauranga. The caress of his feet cooled the earth and filled Mother Bhumi with joy. All misfortunes of that place were removed. East Bengal now became famous as the country that was liberated by Lord Hari. The infamy caused by the Pandavas never visiting that place was destroyed forever. In the form of Hari Nam Sankirtan, Gauranga mercifully offered a boat to carry the people across the sea of material existence. If someone tried to run away, Gauranga, the captain of the boat, would catch him with his own hand. He would hold him on his lap and take him to the other side of the river of birth and death. What other incarnation of the Lord has personally asked for the sins of the fallen? Where will you find such mercy? Lord Gauranga gave everyone a chance to easily attain love of Radha and Krishna. The snake bite of separation. Back in Navadvip, Lakshmi Devi, her heart fully dedicated to Lord Vishwambar, faithfully and happily served Sachi Mata. She regularly cleaned the house and worshipped the family deity with perfumes, incense, ghee lamps, flower garlands, and sandalwood pulp. Sachi Devi forgot her distress and became content because of her daughter-in-law's sweet behavior. Lakshmi also felt pleasure in the company of Sachi Mata. Lakshmi and Sachi Devi were peacefully living together, but who can impede the will of Providence? Lakshmi Devi's heart continually burned in painful separation from her beloved Lord Gaura. One day, this separation took the form of a snake and bit Lakshmi Priya. Sachi Devi panicked and called for a mantra doctor to neutralize the venom. None of his cures could help Lakshmi. Sachi Devi became afraid and distraught. As Lakshmi Devi neared the end of her life, she was brought to the bank of the Ganges. Tulsi beads were wrapped around her neck, and everyone in the four directions chanted the Lord's holy names. No one could understand that Lakshmi Devi would now go to the Lord's eternal abode. Then suddenly, a celestial chariot surrounded by Gandharvas descended from the sky to pick her up. Lakshmi Devi chanted the name of Hari and went to Vaikuntha. The people were amazed to see this. Sachi and the women of Nadia also cried piteously as they remembered the good qualities of Lakshmi Devi. Tears streamed down their breasts, wetting their saris. They exhaled hot breath and hit their foreheads with their palms, expressing their deep lamentation. Lakshmi Devi, whose nature and qualities equaled those of the goddess of fortune, had no match in the whole city of Nadia. Sachi Devi wept while saying, "How can I go back to my house alone? Who will worship our family deities and care for me? From today on, my house is empty and void. Why have you left Vishwambar? O sinful snake, where have you gone? Why didn't you bite me instead of my wonderful daughter-in-law? My son has left his wife behind and traveled to a distant country just to serve me. How can I bear to look at my son's face with my heart burning in separation from my daughter-in-law?" Seeing Sachi Devi's bereavement, her friends tried to pacify her with comforting words. No one can change their destiny. This body and the whole material existence is just an illusory reality. As a wise woman, you should know these things. Why aren't you listening to our words of consolation? Everyone must die one day. Even the greatest demigods, up to Lord Brahma, will meet with destruction. For one who was born, death is certain, either in youth or in old age. From the Vedas we know that Krishna is the only truth. One who doesn't serve the Supreme Lord is certainly a fool. After consoling Sachi Devi, all her friends chanted the holy names in order to check their tears. After staying in East Bengal for some time, Vishwambar joyfully returned home. Before leaving, Vishwambar worshipped an unlimited number of Vaishnavas with varieties of wealth. Vishwambar brought cloth, gold, pearls, coral, and silver for Sachi Mata. When he arrived home, Vishwambar paid respects to his mother and looked affectionately at her face. With a saddened face, Sachi stood speechless. Again, Gora touched her feet, but still no response. Puzzled, Vishwambar asked, "Mother, why is your face so downcast? It burns my heart to see you look so sad." Tears poured down, moistening the sari covering her breasts, and her voice choked up as Sachi Mata spoke. "My daughter-in-law has gone to Vaikuntha." Gora's heart sank to the depths of misery, and his eyes filled with tears of compassion. He said, "Listen, mother, I'll tell you a story about why Lakshmi Devi took birth. Once upon a time, an Apsara used to dance in the heavenly palace of Indra. By the arrangement of Providence, she made a mistake while dancing and broke her rhythm. As a result, Indra cursed her to take birth as a human. Feeling sorry, Indra said, 'Don't be sad. You will get a chance to serve the Lord in his earthly pastimes. I bless you to become his wife at that time. Then you'll return to my abode.' Mother, my wife Lakshmi Devi already told me about this, so don't lament, for no one can change the will of Providence." Sachi Mata heard her son's words with great attention. She stopped thinking about it and gave up all her lamentation. Then Gauranga rejoined his friends and discussed other topics. Lochan Das says, just hear the wonderful story of Lakshmi Devi's ascending to Vaikuntha. A bit of a bittersweet pastime, but Lord Gauranga consoled all of us when he explained what happened. Thank you so much for listening or reading along. Our next chapter is chapter 6, Vishwambar marries Vishnupriya, and we will continue that next time. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare